Now, some of you know we have a foreign news partner. It's called GlobalPost Media. It's centered in Boston. And, I'm very choosy about who I do business with because I think most of the corporate media is corrupt, dishonest, flat out ridiculous. And GlobalPost runs a daily newsletter. And they do use BBC and Al Jazeera and CNN, but they source them all. So I can figure out real fast if this is legitimate. And GlobalPost editors I've known for decades. I worked for them in Boston. I know they're honest people. So I don't have a problem with the information flow. We have a special offer from them we're going to tell you about in a few minutes. But joining us now from Cambridge, Massachusetts, right across the river from Boston, Phil Balboni, and he is the CEO of GlobalPost. All right, so do you have any idea why Biden would do this with 2 months left in his term?
I think I do, Bill. It's good to see you, first of all. What he's trying to do is give Zelensky, Ukraine, the best opportunity of keeping that the territory they have in Russia, in Kursk, the incursion that they created a number of months ago. It's a pretty sizable incursion. And so I think Biden, after resisting for a long, long time, decided in his final couple of months here that he was going to do it and give them a chance to hold the Russians back from their steady pressure. And of course, you have 11,000 North Korean soldiers in there now to help the Russians. So that's what this is really about. It's not really to hurt Trump. It's really to give
don't think it's going to hurt
the Ukrainians some bargaining territory.
Because it seems a little disrespectful if you're a lame duck and you only have 2 months, a very short period of time, that you would provoke Putin into upping whatever he can up. It just seems to me, if I'm incoming president and outgoing does that to me, unless they talked about it and there's no indication they have, and it bothers me that neither Biden nor Trump has said anything about it.
Well,
a little explanation here.
Yeah, I hear you, but I mean, you do have two very different camps here. And you have, I mean, the camp that's represented by, let's say, Biden and a lot of other people in Washington is, they're against Russia. They think the war is completely Russia's fault, and they want to help Ukraine defend itself. That's one side. The other side, President Trump has a different opinion, and Biden knows that Trump is going to end the war very quickly after he becomes president, basically more favorably to Russia, and that is what's going to happen. So I think he figured it was his last chance to do something for Ukraine. It wasn't going to stop Trump making a deal with Putin.
You're saying he's being benevolent. See, I don't see that. Number one, the Ukrainians are going to have to give back Kursk and the territory in Russia they took with any ceasefire. They have to give it back. They will,
but they're going to trade for it.
Okay.
They want to get something else. Yeah.
Legitimate point. They want to get this for that, quid pro quo.
Yes, exactly.
But again, I'd like to hear Trump weigh in on this, but of course, nobody asked him any questions of this note. All right, let's go on to Israel. It looks to me, and tell me if I'm wrong, and I know you will, because for 5 decades you've been telling me I'm wrong.
No.
No, I'm only kidding. You're actually a good boss. I mean, you gave me a hard time once in a while, but not much. I mean, it was.
No, you were a good reporter. You did your work very well.
Israel, I think, likes the fact that Trump's going to be president. What do you think?
Definitely, they do. I think there's already a deal to stop the war in Lebanon close to the time Trump takes office on January 20, which will be a good thing. But there won't be an end to the war in Gaza because there is no apparent easy solution there. Netanyahu is not giving up. Trump is not going to pressure him either to end that war soon. So, I mean, one good thing, one bad thing, but absolutely, Netanyahu will be very happy to have
Trump back.
Trump back
I agree. But there's no central authority in Gaza anyway. It all goes through Tehran, and that brings me to the mullahs. So the mullahs are going to attack Israel. They're going to obliterate them. They were going to do this. They were going to do that. Of course, they've done nothing. because they don't have the Air Force or the capability to carry out any kind of a threat. Israel is stepping up its pressure on Iran. Trump is not Iran friendly, but the Muellers now have to recalibrate their strategy, correct?
They do. I think this is a chance for President-elect Trump to really have a breakthrough, an early breakthrough. Iran is weakened. I mean, we saw, first of all, their allies, Hezbollah and Hamas, are in tatters. We see that Iran's offensive capabilities are really not so impressive. They are close to a nuclear weapon. So that's what Trump would want to make go away. I think there's a potential deal there. I mean, if Trump wants to seek it.
Yeah, we don't have any idea about that at this point. Now, as I said, I believe Putin and Trump already have a deal. Do you think they do?
I agree. I agree.
Okay.
I think it's made, and I'm one of those who believe that ending the war is a good thing. And there's a poll,
sure.
The Gallup poll recently in Ukraine showed that 52% of Ukrainians want the war to end soon. 38%
Why wouldn't
oppose. So,
right.
Yeah,
The whole country's in an uproar, and it's got to end. It has to end. Let's go over to China now. It's a more complicated situation. It's more economic warfare with Taiwan looming in the background. So I could never get a handle, and I asked Trump himself, man to man, eye to eye, a couple of times, what his relationship with Xi was. And all he would tell me was that Xi is a very smart guy, which we know. And Xi is a manipulator, and he uses everybody against everybody else. But his goal is to dominate the world, to replace the United States as the world's greatest superpower. That is Xi's goal. Now, I see a bit more problem with Trump-Xi than with Trump-Putin.
You're definitely right. The possibility of war with China is real. We keep drifting in that direction. There's a lot of people in the present administration and in the incoming administration, like the new Secretary of State, who are very hawkish on China. I don't think that President-elect Trump is one of those people. I think this is another historic opportunity, frankly, for Donald Trump to work out the relationship with China. It won't be easy. It is complicated by economics and other things, by their desire to be a global superpower. Well, they are a global superpower. But I think there's an opportunity for President-elect Trump to have a historic breakthrough here with China. I think his relationships with Xi, the few times they met, were pretty good. Xi was in the United States, you remember. I think he came to Mar-a-Lago. I think these two strong men can have an opportunity to work things out.
Yeah, I mean, and they almost have to. I mean, Xi has, because his population is restive, word of the day, restive. The economy goes up and down. He can't afford a trade war with the United States. So I agree that there's potential there. The best China expert in the world, in my opinion, is Graham Allison, the former dean of the Harvard Kennedy School. I wish Trump would use him. I'm going to tell him. I'm going to suggest again that he consult with Allison, because Allison knows his stuff. Now, the governments of Sweden and Finland, new NATO members, have warned their populations about an impending nuclear war. I think that's a little bit of an overreaction, but what do you think?
Well, I think, both of those countries have recently joined NATO. So they were on the sidelines in a way. They were, technically neutral. Now they're part of the defense alliance, really against Russia. And they're telling their people in slightly different ways, be ready, in case there's a war, and all the things that would come with it. They gave out booklets in Sweden, and they published guidelines in Finland about what people should do.
Well, what should they do?
If there's a war, they would have big conscription,
No, Finland, but they're not even, what are they going to do? They can't go any further north, they fall off the planet.
Well, they can't go.
I just thought
remember, Finland.
Go ahead.
Finland did kind of not beat the Russians, but they stalemated them
Yeah, World War
You
II,
know,
I know.
yes,
But
exactly.
now, I mean, they can't do anything.
No,
They were
no, they're not.
yeah,
They're
they were
not
smart to
important.
join NATO. Last question. It seems to me that the NATO countries don't like Trump very much. I think that's true. And the
I think that's
reason,
true.
yeah, the reason is that he struts around. He goes, look, we're the big dog. You're the little dog. Do what we say. Pay your dues. That's Trump's big thing. You got to pay your dues. That doesn't seem to be unreasonable to me, right? That the NATO
No, and you know
countries
what, Bill?
pay their
He
dues.
actually he was right in his first term, and you know what's happened? The vast majority of those NATO members have exceeded the 2% GDP spending on
But they
defense.
don't
I
like
was just
it.
looking at the numbers today. There's only 9 countries left in NATO that haven't hit the 2%. Now, that includes Spain, Italy, Canada, but Germany, France, the UK, Poland, all the Baltic states, all the Scandinavian states, they're all over 2%.
Yeah.
Trump was wise to make that point, and it's happened. So he could take a victory lap on that one.
Yeah, and he doesn't really care what they think of him. I mean, I know that to be true. All right, Phil, you got a special offer for BillO'Reilly.com and No Spin News viewers and listeners. What is it?
It's very simple. It's 50% off of our subscription price, which is $46. You would pay $23. When you go to our site, just click on subscribe. And when you get to the screen that says promotion code, just put in all caps Bill OR. Easy to remember. Bill OR,
Okay.
you get 50% off.
So that's a year, right?
Yes, for a year. Yes.
It's only $23 a year. So
It's only
come on.
$23 a year.
You're giving
It's
it
a very
to me.
good deal. It is a
Yeah.
very good deal.
And if you didn't write that down, just go to BillO'Reilly.com. We have a little icon. You just hit it and you go right into the GlobalPost deal. All right, Phil, I hope you get a lot of subscribers. It's a good venture you have, and thanks for helping us out today. By now, you have heard me talk about Delta Rescue. They are a fantastic organization that helps rescue animals from the wilderness. You know, I'm a dog lover, so is Leo Grillo, the founder of Delta Rescue. It is his life's mission to provide everlasting care for these once abandoned animals. I myself have donated to Delta Rescue. Do you believe it is part of man's duty to care for dogs and horses, the animals that so much of our history is tied to? If so, please consider making a donation or consult your advisor about leaving a gift in your will or trust. There can be some tax advantages, and it's a great way to help Delta Rescue accomplish their mission. So please visit deltarescue.org to learn more. That's deltarescue.org. Walmart. So there are 10,600 Walmarts in the United States of America. And it's a good place if you're looking to save money. And they sell my book, so that's another good thing. They're run by a guy named Doug McMillan. I think they're out of Arkansas, Walmart. And huge success. So they got caught up in the woke Walmart. I was surprised when they did. And now they say, we made a mistake. We're no longer going to consider race and gender to boost diversity when granting contracts and stop collecting demographic data when assessing financing eligibility. So it's going to stop using the term DEI. Walmart has learned somehow conversion. I'm not going to be woke anymore. Why? Because the consumers don't want that. And, if you keep it up, they're not going to shop where in the Walmart. So they're not. Here's the quote from Walmart. We've been on a journey. Oh, isn't that precious? And no, we aren't perfect, but every decision comes from a place of wanting to foster a sense of belonging, to open doors to opportunities for all our associates, customers, and suppliers, and to be a Walmart for everyone. That's so nice. Isn't that nice? Opportunities for everyone. All I want when I go in there is toothpaste. I don't really want an opportunity from Walmart. I just want soap. Okay, smart life on this subject. So, as you know, we have a concierge membership to BillO'Reilly.com. And I set that up because Americans need help sometimes. We all need help sometimes. And some of our support systems aren't there for various reasons. And so I said, look, I'll set up a club. Concierge membership is basically a club where people who have problems or want more information about something have a direct line to me, and within 24 hours, we'll get back and we'll tell you what we can do for you. Now, 90% of the questions, the problems are legitimate. And I feel so sorry for people who get sick and they have financial problems and they have family problems, but that is life. Everybody has them. And my job is to try to figure out how to help you. And we're pretty good at it. I got a guy, Nick Biardi, who works with me. He's a primary concierge guy. He's really good. And we've helped thousands of people, whatever it may be. But I got a letter today from Alaska, a small town in Alaska, and a guy goes, I need an insurance agent. Can you recommend one? So I'm on Long Island. He's in Alaska. Now, I've been to Alaska 3 times. Stunning. Got to go. Okay. But I don't know any insurance agents in Alaska. I don't know any. But they're there. So we reply back, you got to find it yourself. You got to find him or her yourself. And you do that. Here's how you do that. You talk to people you know. And you say, hey, who's your agent? And then you go and you talk to that person and you get quotes, written quotes. And then you talk to another one and another one. And then you make a decision. It took me 6 months. I dumped Allstate. Okay? Sorry, Allstate. But it was ridiculous I had no claims and you rocketed my premiums on everything because you lost money during COVID. No. So we did a detective search and we found out, I'm not going to tell you what the new company is because they may not be any good. I just hired them a few months ago. But all they gone because it was ridiculous, absurd. They couldn't explain it, but I knew what they were doing. But I put my people on it. It took us 6 months to find a company that looked good, Better Business Bureau, all of that. And their rates they're still high, but they're not close to being exploitative. That's how you do it. But when you become a premium and concierge member, concierge in this case, smart life, know that I'm not omnipotent. I don't know in Montana who the best Uber driver is in Great Falls. I just don't know. I'm not there. So use your access to me in a way where we can help you. And we hope you, for Christmas, what a fabulous gift to give somebody, especially if they're having a hard time, BillO'Reilly.com concierge membership. Okay, Epoch Times. You know this newspaper, Epoch Times? So it's a nonprofit. They say it's nonpartisan, but it's conservative. And they publish daily, weekly, a whole bunch of stuff. Now, I don't read it every day, but I have read enough of it, and they do very interesting subjects. Of course, when any newspaper writes anything, I have my people check it. I don't quote from any newspaper, ever. But Epoch Times, they got my attention. And it's run by a group of Chinese who were persecuted by the communists and got here, the land of opportunity, and set this Epoch Times up. Anyway, I'm telling you this because they wrote a review of Confronting the Presidents. Very rare. The establishment corporate media is jealous of me. I'm the best-selling nonfiction author in the world. They black me out, totally. Here's what the Epoch Times said, quote, about Confronting the Presidents. The authors do a remarkable job of going beyond what's traditionally known about presidents. Peel away the veneer of heroism and prestige common in school history books and highlight the humanity of each commander-in-chief. All 44 presidents portrayed had strengths, weaknesses, character flaws that shaped their character and actions. Many readers may be learning about these for the first time. And we're very flattered to have the Epoch Times review. And it just shows me that the independent media, again, we did this earlier, corporate media is so corrupt, I've given up on them. I've given up on them. You're just not going to be able to convert them back to fairness and reality. But the Epoch Times, thank you. All right, listen up, because you have worked hard to protect your home and your hard-earned equity. And there's a threat out there you probably haven't even heard of: title theft. The FBI calls it house stealing. Scammers can literally transfer your home's title into their name, take out loans, drain your equity. You might not even know it's happening until it's too late. That's why you need triple lock protection from our friends at Home Title Lock. Their system gives you 24/7 monitoring, instant alerts, and restoration services if you are attacked. Here's the deal. Go to HomeTitleLock.com, enter the promo code BILL30, and you'll get 30 days of triple lock protection free, plus a complete scan of your home's title to make sure you are in the clear. Remember, 30 days free. Title scan included. Use promo code BILL30 at HomeTitleLock.com or visit the link below. Folks, another major retailer canceled their order from MyPillow, meaning their loss is your gain. MyPillow now offering their entire classic collection at wholesale prices. Listen to these deals. Classic MyPillows, just $14.88. Queen size MyPillows, $18.88. Even better, the king sizes are just $1 more, so why not upgrade? Plus body pillows, $29.88. Multi-use MyPillows, $9.88. Truly the lowest prices ever. And while we know MyPillow products come with a 10-year warranty, they're now extending their 60-day money-back guarantee all the way to March 1st. That's right, orders placed between now and December 25th, Christmas, will have 60-day money-back guarantees extended through March 1st, 2025. So please go to mypillow.com, use the promo code BILL, or you can call 1-800-869-0298. Take advantage of wholesale pricing for the first time ever and free shipping on orders over $75. CBS poll, do you approve of the Trump cabinet picks? 59% say yes, 41% disapprove. That's basically, the election over. Right? The 41%, they don't know. They just don't like Trump. But that's a pretty good number for Trump. Robert Kennedy Jr., do you approve? Good pick, 47, not good, 34, don't know, 19. Tulsi Gabbard, good, 36, not good, 27. Haven't heard enough, 36. Pete Hegseth, good, 33, not good, 28. Haven't heard enough, 39. Okay, there we go, CBS poll. Progressives in search of a new leader. I was going to run this is out of the Hill. Hill's a decent thing if you want to read some columns. So it's a column on the Hill. Progressives begin search for new leader. They don't have a leader. And I don't see one. Bernie Sanders? No. Okay, he's 112 years old. AOC? No. I mean, I'm sorry, she's a fellow Boston University alum, but no. So there's nobody there to lead the progressives, not the Democrats, the progressives. And so that column is up today. Progressive media, MSNBC, I just heard Mick talk about it a little bit. Their numbers are cascading downward. MSNBC, Joe and Mika delivered their lowest rated program, 25 to 54, in 4 years. Okay, and nobody likes them anymore because they went to see Trump. Now, I am going to predict and start my prediction cycle all over again. ABC News is going to have to dump out of The View. The ABC News controls The View now. They can't do that anymore. It's ruining the brand. So ABC Entertainment, Disney will order this, will take over The View. View gets about 2.5 million people every day. It's consistent. They haven't dropped Mitch audience since the election. It's just liberal women watching them. All right, immigration defiance. We reported last week the mayor of Boston, Miss Wu, and the mayor of Denver, Mike Johnston, and to some extent the mayor of Chicago, all say they are going to use, there's Johnston in Denver, use city resources, city cops, all right, other resources they have to block any deportations ordered by the federal government. That's what they say. Okay, so this is a violation of federal law, U.S. Code 1503. Okay? The law prohibits any act that corruptly or by threats, force, or intimidation, influence, obstructs, or impedes the due administration of justice from the federal government. It is a felony to obstruct a federal investigation. 10 years in prison. Keep that in mind. So I used to live in Denver. Many of you know I worked at KMGH TV out there 2 years. Loved it. Totally different city and state, Colorado, than it is now. It's been overwhelmed by left-wingers. One of the big left-wingers is Mike Johnson, the mayor of Denver, who said, I'm going to use cops to stop the feds from coming in and deporting migrants who are in Denver. Okay. So then Channel 9 out there in Denver interviewed the mayor, and here's what happened. Go.
It sounds to me like you're walking back the comments from a couple days ago saying that you would be willing to send Denver police officers. Do you regret making those comments and now getting questions like this?
Would I have taken it back if I could? Yes, I probably wouldn't have used that image because I don't. That's the image I hope we can avoid. What I was trying to say is this is an outcome I hope we can avoid in this country. I think none of us want that.
Well, you're not going to avoid it. And if you try anything, Mr. Mayor, with all due respect, and this goes out to Mayor Wu in Boston and any other mayor, if you try, I'm going to call for your arrest. And I think the new Attorney General, Pam Bondi, will have you arrested and prosecuted. That's it. Very simple message. You stand in the way of ICE agents going in to deport migrants under the order of the federal government, you're going to get arrested and prosecuted. That's all. Smart life. So weather is a problem here, and it could be global warming. It's possible. My weather guy, Joe Bistardi, says no. But Bistardi I've known for a long time, and he runs a weather outfit called weatherbell.com. So we recommend if you are traveling, Smart Life segment, anywhere in the next week, you check in with weatherbell.com. Bistardi saved me from disaster in the Caribbean 2 weeks ago. I was going to go to an island and it's 6 inches of rain and winds at 40 miles per hour. So Bistardi goes, I don't know if that's a good idea. Thank you, Joe. I don't want you to get in an avalanche somewhere in Wyoming, right? So before you go anywhere, weatherbell.com. Write it down, Smart Life. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.